It's the new year, Brad.
Yep.
2021.
We did it.
And one thing, I was hanging with a few friends on New Year's Eve, and for some reason I thought to check Facebook.
Oh, good idea. While you're hanging out with everybody?
Yeah, well, now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, I am partly of what I'm about to make fun
bored
of.
for like 3 seconds, so I checked Facebook.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know why I checked Facebook.
That's okay.
But it's like
No
12,
one ever does.
Right?
Why am I here? Yeah.
12:05, I check Facebook, and I see that I have a friend request from someone that I went to high school with.
Okay.
And I love the idea that was his main New Year's resolution. And he's like, I don't want to wait any time. This is a big thing on my list.
Yeah. Suggested friends. I do know him. I should be his friend.
This is the year.
This is it.
Me and the Indians, we reconcile, and I become friends with all of them.
Yeah, we have a powwow. It's time to come back.
Hey, that's not the resolution. I'm not trying to get canceled. We have a little powwow. We establish a chief.
Yeah.
No. Okay, new year, new us.
Hey, let's reserve a table together.
10-year reunion. What are we thinking? Should we? I can't think of anything. Dang it.
I think this tight means that it's going down with some random thoughts of the white. Me too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. Oh man.
Oh, it's I love like people ask like, so what is podcasting like? Like, is it scripted or you like write it out? And like, I have like a few like observations every week that I write down, but I don't plan any punchlines. I don't know what I'm even going to say.
Yeah.
That was a great example of like, as I'm saying it, one realizing, oh, I'm kind of weird too for being on Facebook at 12:05 and having no jokes to go along with it.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of Facebook, I actually noticed this last week, maybe when I was on Facebook randomly. I don't know what I was actually looking for. Maybe some video that you and I were in together or something. I don't know. But I found this like thread. I don't even remember doing this. Do you remember doing this? It was in 2014. So it was like, was that when it was when the first year we were married, probably the first year you worked for K-Life.
Yes.
Yes. And the first thing I ever wrote on your wall, December 4th, 2014. Hey, JT, which I never call you JT in real life, but it's been established that I call you that over text sometimes. Hey, JT, I heard you talking last night about how much you needed fertilizer, so here you go. And we basically just had these like things back and forth about all these crazy Craigslist finds that we found. Do you remember this?
I can barely remember this.
And
yeah.
so I sent my first link to you was on Craigslist.org, kansascity.craigslist.org, free alpaca manure.
Yeah, I remember manure.
You came back with, hey, Brad, sorry, I'm just now getting back to you. Hope the experiments are going well. Sorry, you're just about now getting back to me. It's December 4th as well. So you like sent it like right away. Anyway, my rat guy bailed on me. So if you need more, this guy might be able to help. And it was kansascity.craigslist.org, 7 lovable fancy rats.
I don't remember that. Lovable fancy rats.
Didn't say anything until March 13th, 2015. Just in case you had a hankering, kansascity.craigslist.org, free pint-sized chocolate milkshakes.
Ooh.
You like that. Just in time, you said. And
just in time. It's almost St. Patrick's Day.
And then finally, one more, April 12th, 2016. Already emailed him, and he's free this Friday or Saturday. kansascity.craigslist.org, feed me grapes. And it's this guy that just like wants you to like feed him grapes.
Did I send that to you?
Yeah. So.
Dang, we're funny.
We are funny. And I don't remember it. That's how funny we are.
I only remember the manure one. I don't remember sending you feed me grapes. That's funny.
Oh, I also remember sending you, I don't know, this might have been on St. Patrick's Day, but I said, who remembers Pepsi Blue? Never tried it. And then I put this leprechaun on there that says, lucky you, which is my favorite of all Jake's rap songs of all time that he's written.
Wow, thanks.
White class in the 90s, middle class in the, whatever it is.
White class.
What's it? What do you say? What do you grew up?
I think it's, the line in the song is
white,
grew up white middle class in the 90s.
Okay,
but I think
class.
the name of it is just like growing up in the 90s. I don't know.
Anyway,
thanks for being a fan of the song. That's a nice little stroll down memory lane.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. You just brought up Facebook, so I was like, okay, I'll bring this up.
I also like that the only way to go down memory lane is by strolling. You don't
skip.
That's a nice walk down memory lane.
No, you don't jaunt. You're not a jaunter down memory lane.
You have to stroll.
Let's stroll.
I wouldn't hate waltzing down memory lane a time or two.
No, I like. I'm very content with strolling down memory lane.
Yeah,
strolling sounds nice. It sounds like you have like oversized bicycle like tires, and you're just coasting. You're strolling. and you're going
Gears on the bike or no?
no gears, but you have a mailbox, not a mailbox. It's like a thing for your picnic basket, like a picnic basket.
A basket.
A basket.
You have a thing. It's
a
like
mailbox, but you put other things in it.
You put like basket things in
It's
it.
woven. Yeah. You could put a hole in it and play ball. Call it basketball, I guess.
I don't know.
Mailbox basketball. So yeah, I think you stroll down with your Jessica Day, New Girl kind of bike down memory lane. It's a cobblestone road, of course.
Ooh.
And you're just like, that was a good memory.
Huh.
That was, and the whole time it's like kind of sunsetty. It's nice.
Good temperature.
Great tip.
I'm in a nice sundress and a
You
big hat.
are.
Well,
Yes.
Jessica Day.
Yeah, you're 100% a nice sundress.
I am her, and I'm in a sundress, and I'm going down memory lane.
With your lovable fancy rats.
My fancy rats,
Yeah.
my fancy basket. Brad, you've had quite the week. Do you want to tell everyone about it?
I've had quite the week in the sense of I've done nothing this week. It's been kind of a crappy week
Why haven't you done anything?
because I haven't been able to smell or taste because I've contracted the corona. What is it? Coronavirus?
Corona basket.
Corona basket. Corona weaving. The Corona 19. I don't know. I've had COVID this past week. I realized it on Christmas Day, which is just the most fun time to realize it. When you're with your family and you're like, crap.
This honey baked ham is kind of bland this year, right?
Yeah.
You guys noticing this?
That's turkey, Brad. Oh, crap. I got to go. So started not being able to taste and then, felt pretty rough for like one night and then felt fine. Honestly, I still haven't like fully gotten my smell and taste back. But other than that.
How are your other senses? You hearing fine?
I'm not, honestly.
You touching fine?
I'm not, honestly.
No?
I haven't. I try to reach to something and I miss.
Oh,
sometimes.
no.
It's like, oh. Dang it.
How are you seeing?
I'm seeing good. I'm
Seeing
well.
good.
Seeing well, yeah.
Seeing good.
Hey, like I should. Went and took a stroll down memory lane in the neighborhood. Yeah. So brain synapses are still doing fine, obviously.
Yeah, still firing.
One of the symptoms is confusion. I feel like I've been fine with that. I don't think I've been very confused.
One of the more underrated lines from the epic live stream that had the spelling bee in it was when you almost had to spell Confucia, I think. Or no. Sorry, dang it. I ruined the punchline. You almost had to spell fuchsia. He was like, I gave you this one. I almost had you spell fuchsia. And then Harrison says like, that was Confucia afterwards.
See, I need to watch it again. I don't remember him saying that. That's awesome.
Something like that.
I've watched a lot of things. None of them were the live stream again, but I've just been downstairs in my basement most of the time. I'll come up, to eat, to take a shower, to say hello to my kids and my wife.
Have you left the house?
I'm back. I left the house to go get tested and that was it. This is the only other time I've left the house and I came straight here.
Good.
Yep. And here I am. So,
Brad gave me some options. Was it last night of like, hey, how do we got to get this episode out before Monday?
I was like, and I felt really irresponsible for not talking to you about it before I did. But
I was trying to leave you alone to not
Yeah.
pressure you.
Yeah, which I appreciate that too. So anyway.
Brad gave me some options. It was like, I do it by myself. I do it with some sort of guest host, but then Brad has a role in it, maybe because we do some competitions. We do a Zoom call, FaceTime, or we just keep our distance and make it happen. And I said, option one all day, baby.
Keep the distance and let's do this thing.
Yeah.
So judge us how you want, but we're doing this because we love it.
Yes, I'm probably going to get COVID-19 just so I didn't have to Zoom call Brad. That's how bad Zoom calls are getting.
I'm done with Zoom.
I will get this virus before I Zoom call on a podcast.
Seriously.
So here we are. Hopefully it works out.
Yeah.
I'll do what I always do. I'll look myself in the mirror and have a nice one-on-one conversation with my immune system and say, hey, not today.
Not today. You're done. We're fine.
Today.
Yeah.
I did it over Christmas because my sister had COVID. And
you drove her down there.
It's surrounding me.
Yeah, he's fine. He's around it.
You just got to have those talks with your immune system and you'll be fine.
How do you do it? Like in the morning, at night, both, always?
Well, what you do is you keep your immune system guessing.
Oh.
Because it's like the whole thing is mind over matter. So if your immune system knows a talk's coming, you've already lost.
Good.
You got to surprise
That's
it.
good parenting advice too.
Yeah, I don't even always go bathroom mirror.
Oh, really?
I have a series of like handheld mirrors that I keep in my
dresser.
dresser.
I didn't want to ask.
Yeah.
I was like, why is this right next to your bed?
Yeah. My roommates have started calling me Edward.
Scissorhands?
Yeah. But I was like, well, it would have to be mirror hands. So forget it. I feel like confused.
Oh, hey.
Crap.
I mean, like, what was it? 3 weeks ago, our episode, we were just off the wall, like just random things. So there's no way you can really gauge how confused you are versus normal.
Yeah, that's how I feel about like children being diagnosed with ADHD or ADD. It's like, one, they're kids, so they're not going to be the most focused people. And also, like, look at TikTok, look at cell phones. They had iPads since they were 3.
Yeah,
they're going to be lacking some, attention.
Seriously.
Some,
That's true. Some confusion.
It's just,
fuchsia.
What's the word?
Attentiveness. Attention was great.
So just switch up the time of day you're talking to your immune system, the size of the mirror you're using, and you'll be like me.
Great. Okay, good.
Our whole house, we're starting to feel like we are the immunity house a little bit.
I like it.
I think a long time ago we told that story about Harrison. He shared a sandwich before they knew that people were positive. In the same day, shared a sandwich with one guy who had COVID and shared a drink with a girl who had COVID.
Yeah.
And he didn't get it.
He's fine. And Ike dated a girl that had it.
Oh, that's right.
Remember that? Like,
yeah.
He went down and like was in Fayetteville whenever all these girls in her sorority, including her, got COVID, and he got tested. He was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. And now your parents, your grandparents?
No, parents had it Thanksgiving. Sister had it Christmas.
Yeah.
I might try to get it for Groundhog Day.
Or April Fool's Day, another big holiday.
And they're like, I didn't have it all along. Got you guys. I just didn't want to hang out with you.
Anyway, so what's been going on now that you're immune?
Let's see. Now that I have diagnosed myself as completely immune to everything. God, now that I say this, I'm gonna
you're asking for it.
We're not even gonna be able to record next week because I'm in the hospital. I've done, quite a bit. It's been a pretty normal week, just doing all sorts of stuff. One thing, let's just get this out of the way right now. Have you been on Instagram.com recently?
Oh, yeah.
The website?
Lot.
Yeah.
Just all the time.
Okay, so you're the perfect guy to bring this up to.
Great.
Let's talk about how everyone, and I'm not even exaggerating, let's just go ahead and chalk it up. Everyone had the same exact caption.
Tell me. No, okay, talk to me.
Everyone had the same one. Not everyone, obviously. But most people. Wow. 2020, I'm not reading, by the way. I'm going to put this down so you know I'm not reading it.
I'm not going to listen while reading either.
Wow. 2020 has definitely been a crazy year. Safe to say, we'll be remembering this one for a while. Lots of lows, but certainly lots of highs as well. Mm-hmm. Nice to have this one by my side. We'll see you in 2021. Cheers to a better year. Something along those lines.
Like if you, I don't have to look at anything. We should have had a bingo board for like Instagram posts on December 31st.
Everyone had the same caption.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's your Instagram. Do what you want. But
yeah,
I just can't imagine seeing everything already out there and be like, I should add to this. I should do the same thing that everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
With my loved one with the same caption.
Well, yeah, and it's like
I don't get it.
It's like it's no secret that 2020 was crazy, but everyone still has to say it. That's what's so funny to me.
It's not a secret.
It's no secret that this is the truth, and it's like, right? So, yeah. Catherine, like funny. She's like weirdly. I don't know if it's sensitive. I don't know if that's truly the right word, but she has like a passion about this kind of thought of like, especially since Bo was born in 2020. She's like, I don't want Bo to remember like the year that he was born is like this terrible, like, godforsaken year or something like that.
Yeah.
And so did you see her Instagram post for December 30th? She like doesn't post very often. She just posted a picture of Bo and Hattie.
Oh yeah, it was an amazing year.
It was just 2020 rocked. Period.
Yeah. I was like, yes.
That was it. 2020 rocked.
Yes.
And I was like, Catherine, we all know it was a crazy year.
It's no secret. Hey, 2020's been crazy, right?
And I like that she's finding the positives, and all that stuff. But yeah, it was just so funny.
Seeing that. I was like,
2020
that's awesome.
rocked. And it was just a nice picture of Bo and Hattie. So, and it did rock for us in a lot of ways. So not trying to be insensitive to the people that had hardships, but
I just remembered that Catherine's caption reminded me. One of my friends, she said her caption was, I will not, all caps, reflect on 2020 over social media. I don't know that I deserve to, and we all know the narrative now. It's boring.
Period.
And then she said, but I will say I'm grateful for this pick, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
But I was like, I love that. Yes. It's like, we don't need to reflect on this year. We've all experienced it. We all have the same sentiments, same thoughts. I get it.
Right. It's really hard when you have coronavirus and you're sitting in your basement by yourself on New Year's Eve to like read all these things. They're like, oh, it's pretty creative what they're doing. That's pretty fun. Yeah, these people that are getting together. It's like, I like texting Catherine, Happy New Year, love you, good night at like 9:30,
A couple hours later.
Yeah.
Hey, 2020's been crazy, huh? I was just thinking.
2020 rocked. Oh, yes, you're right.
You're going to become like Andy in the episode where he doesn't know how to send a text.
Crazy pigeon action.
Are you seeing this? I'm right here.
Megan Fox.
What? Are you?
Yeah.
Megan Fox. Oh, that's a new take I have. That's the China episode. China. I think that's one of the top 5 Opus episodes for me.
Whoa.
Like rewatching it,
Whoa.
I was just like, this is a good sode.
Top 5 is really high.
I know.
There's like
I know.
hundreds of episodes. How many episodes do you think there are?
114.
There's 114 episodes. That's like in the top 5%.
Dang, that's quick math.
5.9%.
But yeah, I think it's just a very good episode. The
Really?
whole, I mean, everything about it is
That's
so,
so-
there's a lot of good jokes.
Before I would love for you to tell me all about this, but before you said that, I thought you were going to say, I think that was the episode where it started going downhill. That was what I thought you were going to say.
Oh.
Like that's how not in reverence I hold that episode. I think it's fine, but tell me more.
There was just a lot of just well-written jokes in that episode that I loved. Like Kevin talking about, Michael's asking everyone to think of a big idea, bigger than the Grand
An
Canyon.
acid, that part?
Yeah. And Kevin's like, an antacid you take once a week. And then they kind of move on. And then no one else has any ideas? Kevin raises his hand again. Yes, Kevin. An antacid you take once a month.
Once every 4 weeks.
And then Stanley's, I think he says once every 6 weeks. And then Stanley's like, why not the whole year? And then Kevin, so funny, shaking his head. It's too big to swallow. That's just so funny. Like that he's
Like
already
so
thought this
serious.
out.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not possible.
That'd be impossible. Yeah.
So there's just a lot of jokes like that. They're funny.
Yeah.
That's the text, you
Right.
need to understand what, is worthy of a text. And then I like the emotional aspect. I feel like it's a big moment in Dwight's character development. We see that's where he's the building owner.
Oh, is that when Pam?
He slips Nate the notebook and he says, I wasn't here.
Pam.
Yeah, and
that's
it's so funny.
You've been known to be a liar, Pam? Oh,
Get out of here.
beat it, Pam.
That caught me off guard so much the first time I saw that. I mean,
That's the same episode?
yeah, it's all in that one.
Okay.
It's just like, that's almost like not even like an Office style joke. Like that,
Right,
like Pam,
right.
Pam,
Yeah.
Pam.
Yeah.
You're not a liar too, are you? Beat it, Pam. Get out of here.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's good. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. China, it's a good episode. Yeah, and then Dwight, helps.
Yeah.
It's like, I did not do it out of compassion,
Right.
but he did. And you're like, wow, Dwight
He's
cares for
sweet.
Pam.
Yeah, he does.
He is sweet.
He's a sweet guy. And Netflix officially called my bluff. Office is no longer there.
Yeah, I remember being like, do you think it's actually? I'm like, yes. NBC
I'll believe
has
it when
the-
I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. No, it's
And,
like Peacock, huh?
$5 a month.
Nope.
Yeah.
I got Plex. I got that thing from Jack.
Yeah, I got Google Drive.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing.
Yeah. Although
Ish.
Google Drive is out in my TV.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Plex. Yeah, there's this random app that I have from one of my friends from church. Yeah, where I can watch. He has like every single movie and TV show almost that you can think of.
That's
on there.
awesome.
That's where I've been watching a lot of movies this week.
Good. I watched some movies this week.
Tell me.
I have a suggestion for you and for everyone. Watch the movie Prisoners.
Okay, I never even heard of it.
No one has.
Tell me.
No one's heard of it. It's got Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. Love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, more than Hugh Jackman.
Yeah,
Good for
I
you.
think so.
Okay.
But Hugh Jackman probably does a better job in the movie. But
It's fine.
I
Peter will be fine.
Dude, I forgot that someone was here, and that
There
scared
was
me.
a
I was
loud
like,
noise upstairs.
Prisoners! Oh, someone's captured upstairs. Yeah, I never heard of it. I think it came out in 2013. Isaac just Googled like good movies, and then he's like going through a list. I'm like, that one sounds good, and it's a very good movie.
Okay.
That's all I really have to say. I don't want to say
You don't wanna
details
spoil
about it,
it?
but
Okay.
just like no one's heard of this movie, and it's good. It's got
Okay.
big names in it. Watch Prisoners.
Okay, cool.
It's on Hulu.com.
I watched a movie, Hulu.com.
I think
Spell it.
HOO.
Oh, like the owls. Like,
Hulu.
Hulu.
That's not an owl.
Hulu.
Oh.
Yeah. That sounds like a Family Guy character that we've never heard of before.
Like, yeah.
Hey, Hulu. Come over here.
Oh, it's cousin Hulu. Gross.
Not Hulu again. Okay, Hulu.
Maybe more South Park. Even though I've never
seen either
yeah.
of them. Well, no, that's not true. I've seen a few Family Guy episodes.
I haven't seen either.
Yeah, no interest in cartoons that are made for adults.
It's
Ever.
harder to see like facial expressions when they're cartoonish.
Yeah. We were like scrolling on Netflix or Plex or whatever the other day with Hattie, and there was a Family Guy like picture. She's like, there's a show for kids. And I was like, you would think, Hattie, but it's made for adults.
Take it up with Seth.
I don't know what this is all about, but it's really popular. Anyway, Daniel Tiger. But okay, so Hello. Prisoners. My recommendation, I've watched a lot of movies, but most of them I've seen before. Ones that I hadn't seen before, I went on a Matthew McConaughey kick recently.
Because you read his book.
I listened to his book, yeah. Green
Because your hearing is still doing okay.
Light. Doing just great, buddy. Yeah. So I watched Dallas Buyers Club, and then I watched
Never seen it.
Mud. Ever seen either of them?
No.
Mud might be the one that I would recommend to the masses. Although Dallas Buyers Club is very interesting, a very good movie, but it's pretty dark in a lot of ways.
And Mud, ironically, not that dark.
Mud's a PG-13 dark.
Clear as mud.
And it's got a lot of, it's like a coming of age movie. I love coming of age.
What does that mean?
It's like,
Pubescent?
yeah, that's kind of what I honestly think of it as. Like any like middle school, like 4th grade to middle school kids are in it. That's what I always think
in
of.
it. Not like should watch it, but like it features them.
That's my definition. I don't know if that's the true definition.
Make
like
whatever you want.
Sandlot, Stranger Things, October Sky, kind of, whatever.
Sure.
Stand By Me, Mud.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club's more.
I've never seen it, so I was just taking
It's a high school thing. So yeah, maybe.
Okay, that's
maybe
the same as
close.
October Sky.
Yes, October Sky as well. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, it's these two boys live in like rural Arkansas.
Where at?
Live on the rural Delta.
Oh, the Outer Banks.
Maybe. Is that what the Outer Banks are?
Nah.
The Outer Banks of the Mississippi.
Okay.
And they discover this boat in this like deserted island in a tree. A boat in a tree.
Probably from the flood.
There's somebody.
Did they go
living.
into Genesis?
No,
Did they talk about Noah at all?
didn't.
Not once?
No, I remember.
Dang.
Then there's a prisoner, an escaped prisoner living on the
In
boat
the tree
in the
boat?
deserted island. Yeah, and his name is Mud.
His name is Mud.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, it's initials.
I don't know. Can't tell you.
Can't tell you.
Anyway,
Have you ever seen Lincoln Lawyer?
I watched that one too. I forgot about that.
I just watched that a few months ago for the first time, and I was like, pretty good.
No, I really enjoy it. That's another one. I'll recommend that one.
Big
for sure.
McConaughey kick.
I kind of went on. Yeah, I went on kicks. I went through McConaughey, and then I went through a few Bradley Coopers. I went Hangover 1, Hangover 2, Limitless. Ever seen that?
Yeah.
Interesting. Not like this is the greatest movie ever, but it was like I enjoyed it. I didn't regret it. And then from there,
Wedding Crashers?
No, it's fine.
Really? I think Wedding Crashers is great. Vince Vaughn, he's incredible.
I do think Vince
And that
Vaughn's
was
funny.
my first who is Bradley Cooper? He's like this tool in Wedding Crashers. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, now he's in The Hangover. He's hilarious.
Yeah. Did I watch one more of Bradley Cooper? No, then I went
Star
to
is Born?
No, I don't.
Dude, watch it.
Okay, here's my thing with that.
We've already talked about it. Everyone says it's sad.
It's so sad. And it's like, I can't wait to watch that in my depressing basement by myself where I can't see my kids on Christmas. Like, I can't wait to cry by myself. Then I went to Miss Congeniality. Never seen that.
Me neither.
Decent. I recommend it. It's a fun movie. Fun flick.
Coming of age or no? Already aged.
She was aged. But then Proposal, also a good one.
Yeah, good one.
Went to little Sandra Bully. And then from there, maybe that's it. Oh no, I watched Mr. and Mrs. Smith recently.
Oh, okay.
Fun movie.
Coming of Bullets.
Yeah. Have you seen that one?
No.
Pretty fun.
But I know that was right when they were hot and heavy, like him and Angelina just got married. And they're making this movie, and I was like, whoa, good for them.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I wanted to watch movies that were like B minuses. You know, maybe B plus, but like I wanted to make sure they were fun. I didn't want them to be like these like heavy movies, you know?
Yeah. So. Have you ever seen the movie Gone Baby Gone?
No, but I think I know what you're talking about. Isn't that kind of cartoonish on the front? Shut up. I think it is.
On the front of what?
I like the picture of it.
I don't think so.
Okay, tell me more.
I don't know. What website are you talking?
Hulu.
Netflix.
No, it's not. Tell me more.
I think it's on Amazon Prime, actually. That was another one. So
Affleck
Isaac.
in it. Oh, that's another one I watched. The Company Men. Ben Affleck. Nah, it's okay.
Okay.
Kind of boring.
Isaac does a great job selecting prisoners on night one because we've been in this big kick. Me, Isaac, Harrison, we've made no plans out. I think we just love hanging out with each other so much that we don't seek out other plans.
Right.
We just hang out in the living room every night. It's
Why
so
not?
fun.
Yeah.
We put on a fire and a movie, and it's great. And Isaac makes cookies. It's been like a great last 4 days.
That sounds like the perfect like post-Christmas thing to do.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Isaac wasn't sure. Isaac loves, I don't know if you've been around him much recently. I've never seen a man love like one like piece of food more than how much he loves these Christmas cookies. Well, like just the tiny little sugar cookies.
Fill in the blank with Isaac. I've never seen a man love boom. And he just gets so into something and he's so into it forever.
I had to tell
Music.
him. I was like, dude, you got to stop burning these songs into the ground. Like when a new Justin Bieber song drops, which it just did, and it's great.
Arrivals, Aftermath, Everyone, Everybody. What's it called?
Anyone.
I knew it was either A's or whatever. I listened to it last night. You proud of me?
Yeah, good job.
Thanks.
It's pretty good, huh? I got big Phil Collins vibes from it.
I listened to it once, but I wasn't like super intentional. So.
And I mean, you couldn't smell, so.
That's fair.
Could put your nose on it.
Couldn't my nose on it. Gone Baby Gone.
What are we talking? Oh yeah, hold on. It's just the coziness. Isaac was afraid that these Christmas cookies were no longer going to be sold after Christmas, so he went up and like My Little Unicorn, like Dwight Schrute style. What's it called?
Oh yeah,
My Princess Unicorn. Yeah, just bought up like 12 boxes of Christmas cookies.
They're like the most generic cookies. Surely they'll still sell them without the Christmas tree on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They need to have Rudolph though.
Yeah.
And so we've just been putting down cookies and movies. And he did such a good job selecting Prisoners on night one. They were like, hey, keep it rolling. Pick us out another one.
Okay.
And then he picked out Gone Baby Gone, which I'd heard of. And I was like, oh, I think that's good. It's got a lot of big names in it. And people may not like that I'm going to say this. I did not think it was good at all.
Really?
I thought Prisoners was so much better.
Whoa, very high Rotten Tomatoes, 94%.
That's why we chose it.
Whoa.
I was expecting such big things. And I think I'm in the wrong because I even Googled Gone Baby Gone bad movie to see if there were like some blog post who could like legitimize what I was thinking. Couldn't find a thing. But Isaac Harrison and I were all like, I don't know. This is not holding my attention.
She won an Oscar even. Like,
yeah, it's like a huge movie.
Yeah.
And it didn't do it for me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I'm not great with movies. So if that upsets you, don't worry about it. I'm silly.
You got funny taste. You like the cookies, you know?
Yeah.
Only the Rudolph ones. Interesting, though.
So yeah, big movie week for both of us.
So what else has he recommended since then?
Then what did we watch?
Or did you say like, okay, Isaac, you're done. It's somebody else until they lose. And then like you have to like vote after every movie. Like, was it good or was it bad? And if it was bad, then you move on. You like relegate to the next person to choose.
I made the comment. I was like, okay, Isaac, you're 1 for 2 now.
Yeah.
And then the next night we were deciding, he's like, I don't want to choose. I feel bad about last night. Like someone else choose. And then I think it was like a group decision. What did we watch? Oh, we watched this movie about Hannibal Lecter. What do you think it's called? I can't remember it.
Silence of the Lambs?
Not that one.
Oh, okay.
Dang it. What is it called?
There's a lot of them.
I know. There's so many.
I would never would I ever even say yes to that. I would just be like, you guys can watch that. I'm going to go in my room. I don't want to watch any movie about Hannibal Lecter.
Red Dragon is what it's called.
I've heard of that one.
It was...
that was a Harrison recommendation.
I think it was mainly me and Isaac.
Really?
Yeah, I think Harrison was just in his room playing the piano. No, I don't know what he's doing, but whatever. No more movies. That one was decent.
No more movies.
No more movies. Saw something fun this week, Brad, because I was allowed to leave my house. I'm at Chipotle Mexican Grill. Yeah, huge flex.
Yeah.
Chipotle. And I'm kind of like, not eavesdropping, you just can't help but hear the guy next to you kind of order. I've already ordered, so I'm to the left of him. And I thought I heard him say grilled cheese, but I was like, okay, I must have heard wrong. And I wasn't really paying attention. So I'm just doing my own thing. I'm like paying. And I'm like, he must have just said like shredded cheese or calling the queso cheese. And then I hear him, what sounds like he says soup next. I'm like, what? Okay, that really sounded like soup.
Grilled cheese and soup. Okay.
And this woman's like, I'm sorry, sir, we don't sell that either. And he's like, I mean, my wife told me what to get, and it says grilled cheese and soup. And she's like, sir, I'm sorry to tell you, we don't have any of those things. Like, where do you think you are right now? And he goes, this isn't Panera Bread?
I was just about to say that. I was like, yeah, this is Panera Bread?
Yeah.
No.
That happened right next to me a few nights ago. It was awesome.
Whoa. Tell me, let's profile this guy a little bit. What does he look like? How old is he? Tell me more about him. Has he got overalls on?
His profile is, I mean, he's wearing a mask, so it's hard to tell his age.
Like he's never been to Chipotle?
I don't know.
Guy?
Surgeon's mask, like basic, like light blue mask. Like kind of farmer's hat on. African-American skin.
Okay.
I think blue jeans.
He's never been to Panera or Chipotle. Like,
I guess
obviously.
not. Yeah. But it was awesome. Like I was like laughing like pretty good. I was like, this is incredible.
So what did she say?
She's like, yeah, this is Chipotle. Panera is like over there or something. He's like, man.
So he didn't even he didn't order.
He just left. Like, and what was funny, and this is the part I wish I'd paid attention from the beginning, like he already had stuff in his burrito bowl. Like there was like beans.
Oh shoot.
And, like,
so he was like, I'm good with this place. This place looks great. Thank you for recommending Panera Bread. There's not much bread here, so I don't really know why they call it that.
Well, I just don't understand how, like he was reading off of a list, like what his wife told him to order, and he had somehow gotten chicken and beans in a burrito bowl. And then once he got to the grilled cheese and soup, he's like, oh, this isn't Panera. Like how'd that happen? How did you do that?
I love that. I love that you like, you get so far into a restaurant at this point. Like you have to walk in the doors that not only say it on the top, like in a huge sign, but then on the door, I'm sure it says Chipotle, hours, whatever. And then you walk through and there's a menu that has all these things on the menu.
The
None
menu's
of them
very
are grilled cheese or bread.
They're very minimal. It's
Yeah.
burrito,
Soup. No. It's burrito bowl, fajitas. Maybe quesadilla says on there. I don't know. Salad.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's like maybe this quesadilla is like that's like just what they call, like Mexicans call grilled cheese. So I don't know. Like,
Look, I don't speak their language. All right, I don't get it.
yeah, I'll take some cheese in between two tortillas. I guess that's what she's
If
wanting.
you're gonna grill it, sure. That's what my
Oh,
wife
that's
wants.
so funny.
So he leaves. He's just like, oh man, just like walks out, and they just like throw his like burrito away or whatever.
Did you
he
play
had.
along? Were you like, all right, and I'll take an awesome blossom to go, molten lava cake.
Do you guys have A1 steak sauce here, or do
Yeah.
I need to bring that? Where do I get that from? But I asked her, I was like, how often does that happen? And the woman goes, oh, once a shift. I
What?
said, once a shift?
No.
I was gonna ask if that ever happened before.
No. Once a shift that they leave, or once a shift that
Like once a shift that she's there. Is what-
But like, did you specify what just happened to her? like is it like somebody like halfway orders and then they're like, never mind, I gotta leave. I don't have money or something. I would believe that's once a shift. Once a shift that somebody's in the wrong restaurant?
Oh, that's definitely what she meant.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We need to do some. If you're out there and you go to Chipotle, say, hey, random question. I listened to this podcast. I'm just curious. Is this true in your line of work, in your Chipotle experience? Once a shift, do people like leave the store because they're in the wrong place?
And this may be, now that I'm thinking of it, maybe this doesn't happen that often in other places, because this is like 101st and State Line. I think they're
101st.
right next to each other.
Oh, I was thinking you were the one on Johnson Drive, closer to your house. Sorry that I'm telling people.
That's okay.
Yeah.
They can find me at Chipotle. Just
Yeah.
don't come to my house.
There you go.
But yes, they're right next to each other.
Yeah.
But still, they have letters in English of what business you're walking into. You should be able to know which one you're at.
And how rare is it that somebody's never been to a Chipotle or a
They
Panera
can't
Bread
recognize.
and is choosing to go to that place? Like I'm not saying every single person in the world's been to Chipotle. I understand that. But yeah, the clientele is pretty similar to both those places, I would assume. Anyway, that's too good.
So it's awesome. Whenever you get to leave your house,
This
say-
isn't the Panera Bread. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to go to Panera and be like, yeah, I'll take a chicken bowl.
You guys still have
double white
sofritas? Are you doing that still?
Yeah, so Fritas. No one liked them. So
We
you
took
can
them away.
have bacon turkey Bravo.
I'm not happy with Panera. Ever since like right when the pandemic hit, they took away my order, which has been so long. What did I even get? Chicken tortellini. They took it off the menu and they said we have a limited menu.
You're the only person I know that gets pasta at Panera.
And then like July rolls around and they've got a new menu and then it's just not there anymore. So I haven't been at
they're
Panera
just like, we're done with that.
like since the spring. I'm so mad at them.
I wonder how much better their pasta is than the pasta you could make at your house.
Okay. It was probably good that
Okay. I just don't know. Did you see like there was like a TikTok thing going around for a while, like where they showed how to make their mac and cheese or how they made it.
oh really?
And it's like they just took this bag and like boiled it basically and then gave it to you.
Boil bag.
Boil bag. So you could do that.
Yeah, it's probably good that they shut down because now I'm thinking about it. My order was like $13 at Panera. It's like I
That's
need to
crazy.
stop. I need to stop doing this.
Panera is, I think Chipotle is the best value that you can get. Panera is the worst.
Yeah.
It's good food. Don't get me wrong. It's really good, but it's like so expensive. Like there's times where like Catherine and I order with Hattie and they'll be like, all right, that'll be, $38. And I'm like,
Yeah. What am I paying for? Real
Whoa,
plates?
whoa,
Real forks?
yeah.
I'll use plastic forks.
I got a U-Pick too. I only got half a sandwich for $38 with this, whatever, baked potato bowl.
Yeah. I don't know what we're paying for there. Is it the broth?
Broth's expensive.
I've heard
It's brothy. Yeah.
that I've been trying to make my own broth.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Catherine makes her own broth.
Good.
Actually, it's called
What
bone
is
broth.
bone? I was going to ask about bone broth.
Bone broth.
Because there's a lot of
It's, like,
inappropriate
really good.
jokes I want to make with bone broth, but I'm not going to.
I've been drinking lots of bone broth because I can't taste it. It tastes disgusting, but it's really good for you.
Really?
Yeah, you can buy it at the store, but you can also make it. And you literally like take a chicken that you've like had, like a rotisserie chicken. You eat it, and then you take all the bones and you literally just like stew them up. Like you just heat it up with some.
You just stew them.
I don't know if it's water or I'm sure she puts salt in it or something. Yeah, and then you just drain out the bones, and it's like really good nutrients or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Honestly, like I have given Catherine a lot of hard time for some of the health stuff she does, but recently with the COVID stuff, she's been pumping me with vitamins, and I've been feeling much better.
Dude.
Pumping me A, C, D, B6, B12, zinc.
Oh, I thought
elderberry.
I thought you were on rhyme scheme for a little bit. I was like, no, ABCB. I told you what I like.
Sorry.
Dude,
Anyway.
that's why I was saying last week, I want to marry a nutritionist. It'd be
Yes.
so awesome if someone just does this for me. Like, here's a vitamin you take once every 6 weeks.
Yeah. How about once every 8 weeks?
Too big.
No, but you can't swallow anyway, so you're gonna chew yours.
Hey, I don't even know. I had a breakthrough. This is like a year ago.
You can swallow?
I was swallowing.
Good for you.
Thanks. I forgot to tell everyone.
That's awesome.
I did it.
Okay, so now are you consistent swallow, or are you like, do you try to avoid it when you can?
Oh, I don't think I've had to swallow a pill in 12 months.
Really? So do you ever take ibuprofen? Do you have like chewable?
No, I don't really take it.
Okay.
I grab a mirror. I look at my forehead and
Stop
I say,
pooping.
stop having a headache.
Yeah.
You're stronger than the headache. You're the brain.
Take the
Make
pain,
it go away.
Make it leave. Yeah, good. You don't need a nutritionist for that.
That's what I'm saying. I just need it to like eat.
Okay.
I need someone to feed me.
Yes, that will help that.
Thanks. How was your Christmas besides not eating and
It was
like
fine.
spending time with your family or not being able to taste?
Yeah, just like, how was your Christmas besides like not getting to see your loved ones and like not being able to like have any memories?
Wait, you sent me a text like a week ago. It was pretty funny. I was like, how are you feeling and everything? Like, it's obviously a big bummer that I can't taste anything or see my family in that order.
It was a huge bummer. My mom makes this great potatoes. I was like, yeah, these are good. Thanks. Catherine made strawberry jello salad. Couldn't taste it. Has a pretzel crust, Jake. A pretzel crust? I mean, the sweet and salty on that, the combo, baby.
At least you get the texture of the pretzel crust.
Dude, their texture is so underrated. People don't realize, like, even though I can't taste things, I can still tell when something's gross.
You should start saying that that's your love language. Like you don't understand that that's what physical touch is. So have you ever done the love language thing? Yeah, mine's texture. What?
Yeah. Goosebumps. Really get into those.
Big chigger bite. Sure.
Yep.
I don't know.
Big
Kinda
sea
like
bite.
it. Yeah.
Yep. And
when you eat a bunch of sour stuff and then like the back corners of your tongue get kind of swollen.
yeah,
That's fun.
love like when Catherine like showers and then she doesn't dry her hair off completely and I just run my hands through it and I just get them stuck in her hair. I love that feeling.
Or like in the wintertime, you like take off
I know exactly what you're going to say.
a hoodie and then a shirt and the lights are off and you see the sparks fly.
Yes. Oh,
Cool
love it.
texture.
Great texture. And you kind of feel it and you're like, whoa,
Ooh.
electricity.
I actually don't like that texture.
No, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like, how'd that come there?
It's so powerful.
Seriously.
we
Anyway,
talking
but
about?
Christmas Christmas Eve was fun. We actually had people over to my house, like
Good.
my sister and her family and my parents, which is great. Coincidentally, my parents are quarantining now because they both tested positive. I don't know how. But had them over for Christmas Eve and that was really fun. And then
I feel like there was a lot of people like I broke the news to I think Harrison and Scott and maybe even Isaac that you had COVID and all three of them.
yeah, I'd seen them.
Yeah. Like I told them each individually and they all had the same response. Dang it, I just saw Brad. Like all of them had like just hung out with you.
Yeah.
Like individually. Why'd you see all of them?
Scott, I saw like that week because I made a sign, Ellis Custom Gifts, for his wife.
Okay.
She has a business, so I made a sign. He came over and had lunch. That was probably December 23rd. So that was probably pre-co. And then I think Christmas Eve morning, Isaac came over, also pre-co. And he had to borrow a tool. And then Christmas Day, Harrison did come over. That might have been current co. I don't know.
It was just so funny that each one of them had the same response. It was
Yeah.
like, dang it. I was
know.
just with them.
I know. And I was like, I need to tell Harrison, but I need to wait till I'm positive, which maybe that was not the right call. Maybe I should have been like, just in case. I don't know.
Hey, I think the positive of this is to be thankful that we get to see our friends a lot.
That's right.
Seriously, it's cool
Yeah.
that we get to see our friends.
We do.
Some people live far away from their friends.
Yeah. And then you and I have the same friends and we see them all the time, apparently.
And yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you're like borderline within 6 feet of your friends right now.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
Yeah. I think Scott texted me and said, heard you got roan boned. I was like, yep, sure did.
That's what the test said.
That's positive for the roan bone. So
That's exactly what it said. I went home for Christmas and I think the day after Christmas back in Stratford, it was like 50 degrees. So you know what that means. Going out to the driveway.
Pickleball.
Yeah, playing some pickleball with Uncle John.
driveway pickle.
And it was fun just because I played a lot of pickleball since last
Yeah.
year.
Right.
And
Was that the last time? Did you play on Christmas last time or was it Thanksgiving?
last year was,
Okay.
Christmas when I played with him. And, my dad and uncle are talking a big game. Well, let's just see when you get to court one. They have two courts depending on where the sun is that they play. Like two
love
different
they have two
directions
courts, yeah.
the driveway's going.
Yeah, great.
Depending on the sun setting and the solstice. And they're like, well, once you get to court one, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't joking because what they play is barely even pickleball.
Oh,
we get
really?
ready to play and they're like, so just FYI, like we don't play with any rules. No
okay.
rules.
Yeah. So it's not pickleball. It's just a
That's what I
pickleball
said.
and a pickleball paddle.
And what's also fun and surprising is there's actually still quite a few rules in no rules pickleball. Like there's one part of the driveway where this dead tree is kind of hanging, well, dead because it's winter, but like this tree is hanging over the driveway. If it's clearly going out, but it hits off of a branch and then lands back in, sorry.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. Play the environment.
Didn't know that rule in no rules pickleball.
Play off the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of little rules like that that
Yes.
you would never know because they said there was no rules. But you don't have to let, there's no kitchen. So you can be at the net whenever you want. You don't have to let the serve bounce. You can just be right in the middle and
You
just try
don't
to,
let the serve bounce.
you don't have to let the return a serve bounce. Like it's not even pickleball.
That's tennis. You're not even tennis.
It's
You're-
just like badminton almost.
it's like street rules, badminton, tennis, something.
Yeah, but it was still really fun. I mean, we played for hours and hours and it was a good time. But yeah, if anyone who has played pickleball came and watched us play, you would not say what we were doing was pickleball.
Yeah, you'd be like, that's some people that just got a pickleball set for their Christmas present. Let's go play without really learning how to play.
No one's told them how.
Yeah.
Poor kids. Yeah,
That's
but it was
funny.
fun. Speaking of pickleball, that just reminded me, one of my friends, Luke, I was texting him, trying to get him to play pickleball with us a few days ago. And he's like, oh, I'm actually still in Arizona. I've actually been playing pickleball down here, though. There's a group of like people my parents' age. They're all like 60 plus, but they've been showing me the 50 states.
That's a saying.
What does that mean?
They've been Wyoming, Wisconsin, West Virginia, not just W's either. I'm serious. Kentucky, Oregon.
Get this, Brad. They went Puerto Rico one time.
No, they didn't.
They did Puerto Rico.
They showed 50 states plus territories.
plus. Yeah.
Golly, USVI.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh.
They went there.
Goodness gracious.
I never heard that phrase, and I didn't say anything to him because we were just texting. I was just like, whatever. I'll just.
Well, he's a new listener of the pod, so.
Oh yeah, Luke, if you're listening, what did that mean? I don't know. Yeah, I think Luke is listening. I know.
No, he posted on his story about it last week.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
On the golf course, listening to Ghostrunners podcast.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. I was like, thanks, man.
I know his girlfriend's mom has bought merch from us,
Yeah.
so I know we got that going.
She's great.
She'll show you the 50
Kimbo
states.
Slice, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kansas. But yeah, I guess that phrase just means they took it to me.
Yeah.
I've
They
legitimately never
took him
heard-
to school, maybe.
They took him to.
They taught him the 50 states.
They took me in elementary school.
They went to third grade on me. They third graded me all over that court. That's pretty fun, though.
Yeah, it seemed like a phrase from like the guy from the Slow Pitch Softball League.
I want to get more into phrases that people don't really know these days, but that like were popular in the 50s
I'm gonna Google
or 70s or whatever.
uncommon idioms.
Great. Or maybe it's just even like
These are awesome.
maybe there's even like just like regional things that I don't know about.
I mean, these sound
Like
made up.
southern things seem great to me.
The first one I saw that made me laugh like that. Are you still riding the goat?
Riding the goat. Okay, that means I have no idea. Still dating that girl? No, that's inappropriate. That means you're still on the Chicago Bulls?
You still on your honeymoon?
Yeah. Because you're riding the goat, you're still.
Okay, let me see. This is maybe this can help you. This is mostly common within Northern Cheyenne Indian Reservation.
Oh my gosh. Well, say that up front next time,
Yeah,
please.
I should have.
Riding the goat. I guess that just means like,
Oh, you were not that far off with the first thing you said.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it means.
You're still married to that woman?
Yes,
Really?
whether or not you're separated from your spouse,
Oh,
you're still riding the goat.
riding the goat. Okay. Nice.
Okay. Hey,
Hey.
stop ironing my head.
Come on. You're ironing my head. Stop ironing my head.
Yeah.
Messing with me.
This has it's Turkish.
Oh, okay. Next.
Sorry.
Okay. Third time, please tell me the origin right up front. Yeah, it's Turkish, so it's ironing my head.
Yeah.
And in Turkey, their heads are always bald. That's why you can
Bald
iron
heads.
them.
Yes.
And they're big fans of paper mache. Mache is actually a Turkish word for mark, a paper mark on your
Yes.
head. So stop ironing my paper mache head, meaning stop using my head to do art class. Is that what it means?
Honestly,
I nail
pretty
it?
close. It's means stop annoying me.
Which I get annoyed in art class sometimes.
Yeah, it's not that fun.
Yeah, it's technical. Too technical. For me.
Yeah, stop ironing my head. Let me find the origin. Oh, the origin of this one is looks like Northern European. This is the Czech equivalent of blank, 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 blank.
That is good.
It's a Czech equivalent of a phrase we know, and it is walk around in hot porridge.
Oh, that's the Czech equivalent of something in hot water. You're in deep water.
Ooh, the good guess. Beat around the bush.
Oh, walk around in hot porridge?
Hey, just tell me, dude. Stop walking around in hot porridge.
That's way too long. That's way too many syllables. Beat around the bush says nice.
So fast.
Beat around the bush.
Beat around the bush.
Stop walking around in hot porridge. That is way too many. Like you're going way too back and forth on that.
Ooh, you want a quick phrase? How about this one? Hey, stop emitting smoke from 7 orifices. That's a quick one. This is Chinese.
That sounds like you're blowing smoke.
Stop emitting smoke from 7 orifices.
There's no way that the Chinese say that like that. They probably have their own way of saying it in Chinese.
Probably.
That's my guess. That's good.
It means to be extremely angry. Like when you got like steam coming out of your ears.
Yeah. Okay. I can see somebody emitting smoke from 7 orifices.
And being Chinese.
And being Chinese while they're doing it.
Let me find the origin first. French. This is French.
French Canadian or French?
I don't know.
Or Haitian?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I doubt it's Haitian.
Okay, good.
I think just purebred French.
Purebred.
Hey, I've got other cats to whip.
You got to say it like a Frenchman.
Oui, oui.
Hey, Brad, I have other cats to weep. Is that good? I have other cats to weep.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's good either.
I have other cats to weep.
Hey, monsieur. No, that's how you do it. You got to do it a little more like staccato. Hey, monsieur, I have other cats to weep. Is that good? Hey, monsieur, le maison is perfect, but I have other cats to whip.
All right, let me try it. Good day. I've got other cats to whip.
Uh-oh. You over there, Jacob. I've got other cats to whip, yeah?
Yeah. Is that French?
I think so. Righto.
I think so.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I've got other cats to whip.
I agree with these cats. Whip them on out of here. Jesus' love is a bubbling over. That was what they always wanted to sing in Trinidad.
Okay, what do you think it means?
Other cats to whip.
This is similar to an
fish to fry.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. You didn't even need the hint.
Nope.
It's exactly what it means.
I know that Frenchmen love to fry cats.
They do. The documentary "Don't F with Cats" on Netflix.
Don't whip.
French.
Yeah.
French guy. You love messing with cats.
Don't whip with cats is how they call it.
I'm going to just end it with this one. This is a good one because it involves wood, which
Perfect.
we love here.
Uh-huh.
God bless you and may your mustache grow like brushwood. These are so lengthy. God bless you and may your mustache grow like brushwood. This is Mongolish.
That sounds nice.
Mongolian-ish.
Like it doesn't sound like being sarcastic, but it actually is. I don't know if you know. It's probably not going to say it on there, but let your mustache grow like brushwood. Brushwood actually burns very quickly, like a brush. And so,
sure.
And so they're like, hey, God bless you, but go ahead and burn down there under the surface. That's what they're saying.
So I guess this is a way that the Mongolians
don't believe everything you read, Jake.
They will. It's like after you sneeze, but you have a mustache. It's like a way of blessing you and your mustache. That sounds like I'm making it up, but I'm not.
So you think like they're at like a restaurant and somebody they're like eating over here like, hey, God bless you. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. God bless you and may your mustache burn like brushwood. Like they like.
Sorry, I did not see the mustache.
Sorry,
first.
I missed it. It's kind of dimly lit in here. Whew, sorry about that.
May it grow like brushwood, baby.
And if you don't have a mustache, what do they say?
I think they just say bless you.
May your stubble be burned like the chaff of the field.
It doesn't say that in this article, but maybe.
Maybe.
It says, you might think bless you is a perfectly adequate response to a sneeze, but Mongolians beg to differ. They prefer the more comprehensive, whatever they say it in their language, which wishes a fine blessing upon your mustache as well.
I think that needs to be more of a trend, is that people go more extensively into God bless you. Like
God bless you and your family.
Always start with God bless you, but then go from there. Yeah.
God bless you in that Village Woodworks long sleeve comfort colors shirt.
God bless you, and I hope that your Village Woodworks colored comfort color shirt does not get any pit stains.
God bless you, and may you not forget to take your multivitamin tomorrow morning.
Vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B6, vitamin B12.
I definitely like to try that.
Yeah.
Next time we cough or sneeze on the pod.
Okay.
I expect a full blessing.
Perfect. That happens all the time. I do cough a decent amount, so
even pre-co.
Pre-Rona. So if I cough in your direction, well, I'll cough in the other direction. So
yeah, good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Treat me like your doctor when you were 12. Please turn your head and cough.
I have to go do that, Mom. If you want to play football, you do. Okay.
Someone said
Cough?
football.
What do you mean by cough? Just do it. I'm down here, kid.
Like Tom Coughlin? What is this a football thing? What are you saying?
He looks like he's blowing smoke from 7 orifices. Remember Tom Coughlin
His
always
face
looked
was
really
always
mad.
red. Yeah.
So maybe you shouldn't say that though. Whenever you're got your doctor down there.
Don't talk about orifices.
No.
Don't. None of them.
You want me to do what from what? Just cough.
It's my brushwood.
I'm 12. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Something else happened this week. So let's say, I think Monday of this week, Trey and I write and shoot a video where we, it's called like phases of mask wearing. Like, at the beginning it was like, hey, moron, don't wear a mask. Like the doctors need these. Like, remember that stage? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Like we found old tweets from like the US Surgeon Journal. There was like, stop wearing masks.
Yeah.
They are unhelpful.
Right.
Which is just amazing. All the different stages. And then stage 5 was like the new normal.
Mm-hmm.
And so we talked about like, things that are happening now. And one of the jokes we put in there, we wanted to do a joke about the guy who like fully goes into like a grocery store and doesn't wear a mask. It's like, whoa, like the brushwood on you, like holy cow.
Yeah.
And so we were trying to like write a joke for that. But you can't say like the on you, man.
Sure.
And so I came up with the idea. I was like, I saw this guy in Hy-Vee the other day or whatever, no mask on, just walking around. Couldn't believe it. Only thing he had in his cart, 2 giant avocados. So that was the joke I wrote.
Yeah,
and
just like some kind of grocery pun there.
Yeah, felt good about it.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I kid you not, this was, Quinky Dink's coming. Quinky Dink's coming.
Okay.
Get it ready. Me, Isaac, and Harrison all go grocery shopping together because we love hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
We go to Hy-Vee, and there's a guy rolling in on his cart behind us, no mask. And I get ready to tell them, I'm like, oh, dude, like, guys, like, Trey and I were just talking about this today. And then I see him go straight to the avocados, like, go straight to him and puts them in his cart. I could not believe what I saw.
What? A quinky dink, man. That guy knows.
It was awesome.
Like, I know something.
I texted Trey and I was like, dude, you're never going to believe this. Like, I'm in Hy-Vee right now. There's a guy without a mask and he only has avocados in his cart. Like, how did we
Should have
do
taken
like
a picture of that guy.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. It was amazing.
Avocados high in zinc. If you ever run out of Zyboys, just get some avocados.
Really? You consume it or just rub it around?
I think consume, but I haven't tried to rub it around. So it might be like topical, like an essential oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aloe vera?
It's in a downline of some sort.
It's in someone's downline. But yeah, just thought I needed to share that. Just
That's
huge
crazy.
coinky dink. Haven't had one of those in a while.
Like literally like the punchline came to life.
Oh, it was
like
awesome.
you are the walking punchline. That's crazy. And he didn't buy anything else except for 2 melons.
Cucumber. Just kind of complete the set.
Yep.
That was
That's
it.
good. Good for him. Wow.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was one of the highlights of my week. Just 2 huge avocados.
Did Isaac and Harrison like was it one of those things that was like, oh, that's pretty crazy, Jake, but they weren't like nearly as hyped as you? Because I feel like that's one of those things where like you don't understand how crazy it is unless you've truly like no, you don't understand. This is exactly the joke I made. Like exactly 100%.
Like earlier today.
Like the same exact food. Like it doesn't even have to like it wasn't even like the same situation kind of.
It was, I don't even think I really tried to fully tell it. Because like as I was trying to like, oh, this is crazy. This guy, I'm trying to whisper. And then like as I see it happening, I'm like, no way. I'm just so excited. I just texted Trey. It was super cool.
That's nuts. I love it.
I'm trying to think. The only other thing I wanted to mention was Ghosty out there, Jocelyn. I think it was like Christmas Day, maybe Christmas Eve. She put on her story and tagged us. She was leading worship. And
oh, yes.
It was awesome. It was one of my favorite
like Christmas Eve,
we've ever been tagged in. She was like the worship leader of her church.
Yeah, well, welcome, Merry Christmas, get on your feet. Like let's start our worship time.
Yeah, like the instruments were like playing, like they're about to sing a song. Everyone, we're gonna have a great worship session and we're going to get on your feet.
I want to know how much of that was for us or how much of that is like, that's just what she naturally said in that moment. And then she's like, I got to tell them. You know what I mean?
Ghosty of the week, Jocelyn.
100%.
It was great.
We need to have a lot of honorary ghosties of the week though for the Patreon.
The patrons.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been loving just how many new patrons we've got recently and also been loving how helpful you guys are to us. It's a 2-way street, baby. And it's, guess what? It's a stroll down that street.
It's a stroll down
it's
to
a
the
stroll down the street
streets.
and we all got sundresses on. Mm-hmm. All of them.
All of us. So if you want to see pictures of Jake and I in sundresses, Patreon.
You know,
Matt Baxter will meme it for us probably.
have some pictures somewhere of me cross-dressing. It may not be a sundress, but I'll give you
Oh,
something.
we've seen it, baby.
I'll find something.
Yeah.
But last week's episode, the big recap episode, it was just a lot of an undertaking for us to come up with all these different segments. And I sought the patrons' help, and they were really helpful. So thank you. And also shout out Justin, our editor.
Gosh, Justin.
Threw it together and did a great job editing last week's episode. 'Cause it was a doozy. 2.5 hours and pulling from like 40 different episodes, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That was really fun to reflect on, though. And people had really nice things to say about the episode, too, which was cool.
Yeah, people enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So shout out to all you guys.
I have something to say.
Go ahead.
I have 2 things, actually.
Go ahead.
One of them was an Instagram message from Ginny Rutan.
Okay.
I don't think you said you saw. Ginny Rutan, a famous DMer of us, or a jingle writer at one point. I forget which one she wrote, but she wrote a good one. Oh, crap. I just lost it. Here it is. So she's a physical therapist. She said, "You guys made me a jerk." First of all, don't start a message like that unless you're going to follow it up nicely. I work as a physical therapist assistant, and one of my patients is from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
no.
I don't like where this is going.
When she said that, I was like, crap. What did you say? She didn't go there.
It's not about what I said?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Luckily. She said, I asked him today how a new exercise felt, and he said, not bad. Without thinking, I immediately said, not bad, with an accent, just like Brad. So it sounded like I was just making fun of him. I tried to make it better by quickly saying, pretty good, in another weird accent, but it did not help.
Great.
Awkward silence ensued. Good news is the end of the treatment was fine. I don't think I actually offended him, but you guys are a danger to people like me who speak before they think.
I mean, that is the perfect scenario to get caught, like accidentally making fun of someone. Or like unintentionally making fun of someone.
Not bad. Just assuming that they listen to this very small podcast. Like,
I like the way you said that. Not bad. That's pretty funny.
It's not bad. And then you just laugh because you like think about like our podcast.
Well, I bet you don't even have to change the way you talk to say it the way they do, because of the weird, funny way you talk
Because
already.
you talk like a funny person. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you from Ohio? Because the Middle East? I bet you get that one, don't you?
You do, don't you? Yeah. Dayton probably. Not bad.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I am sorry. Let's just bury the hatchet, and I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
2020's been crazy,
It's
right?
been crazy. It's been crazy.
What a wild year, right? Plenty of ups, plenty of downs.
What do you mean by bury the hatchet? I mean, I was from Stratford. The
Sorry.
Indians.
Yeah.
No. Don't worry about it. So that was that funny little quinky-dink, I guess you could say. And then Drew Severance made some cutting boards for him, Alice Custom Gifts.
Okay.
And I don't even know. He just like screenshotted me this text message from his in-laws, and they said, hey, whatever, like, thank you so much again for this wonderful board. We love it. And at the very end, they just said tusen tak at the end.
Tak skal du ha?
I looked it up, and it's Norwegian for thank you. It's another way to say it.
Oh.
It means like a million thanks or many thanks or something like that.
That's a million more.
Let's go ahead and look it up and hear how it goes because it's a banger.
Spell it for me.
TUSEN space TAKK. Like tak skal du ha.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Tusen takk.
Tusen tak.
Hey, here we go. Say it.
Tusen tak.
Say go for a walk. Go for a walk.
Tusen tak. Hey, yeah.
Tusen takk.
Hey, yeah.
Tusen takk.
What?
Tusen takk.
Say it one more time. Hey.
Tusen takk.
Hey, yeah, hey. Oh man, I saw that. I was like, that's such a small world that, we already like talk about Drew some and, whatever, 615 for a 10 stack and whatever, all this different stuff. And then we've talked about tak skal du ha, and they say tusen tak. And so apparently they're got some Norwegian heritage to them.
Huh.
Yeah, in-laws.
Norwegianese, I think is what they are.
Norwegian.
Norwegian. Should we get into some voice memos, Brent?
Tusen tak, voice memos. Yeah.
Let's do it. This one's from Katie Klein.
Hi, Jake and Brad. This is Katie from rural Western Pennsylvania, about 16 miles.
Go back. I think she was trying to be like you, and she barked right there.
What? That caught me so off guard. That was a good bark.
That was a very good
I
bark.
hope that was intentional.
Was that her? Are we sure?
I don't know. Could have been a timely dog.
Hi, Jake and Brad. This is Katie from rural Western Pennsylvania.
Oh, I caught it now. She was saying rural.
But why was she saying why does that make her bark before? Is that what
that's
you
how,
do?
Yeah, that's how I would say it, like rural.
Oh, rural.
Different kind of bark.
What are you trying to say when you're saying that?
Rural.
Okay.
Rural. That's pretty good, huh? B minus?
No.
Rural.
That is not a B minus. That's That's a B- like freshman year.
Say
maybe.
it. Say it.
Rural.
Okay.
Rural.
Rural.
That's better.
Okay. Thanks.
You were going way too not enough rur.
Rue, I love Hunger Games. What can I say?
This is Katie from rural Western Pennsylvania.
Okay, now
I
got it.
Say
St.
rural.
Alice, east
Yeah.
of Pittsburgh. So go
Gotcha.
Steelers.
Okay.
I do have a lot of extended family in Missouri
Pause
who are
it,
big
pause it.
Chiefs fans. So,
We don't need Missouri people in here. Anybody no, I'm just kidding.
Go Steelers.
go Chiefs too.
Okay.
Go
My
Chiefs.
question is about Just Drinks. My friends and I have always thought that soda from a can slaps different. So I'm wondering if Just Drinks will only offer fountain beverages, or would you consider selling cans and bottles as well?
Oh.
I really think it could help you pull a 5 or under for a 15 stack if you would. Love the pod, guys. Bye-bye.
That okay. What do you think? First of all, thank you for your voice memo.
Yeah. Thank you, Katie.
Uh,
I think a lot of things at once right now.
I
think,
do too.
Yeah. One,
Flowing.
I love the idea of like Just Drinks becoming a real thing, and it's like very Ghostrunners themed. Like we have cans for sale on the sign that say, "Let's be honest, they slap different."
Yeah.
And so that's one thought. The second thought is like that is a good idea. Cans would go so fast, but how much can you charge for a can?
Okay.
$1.
Okay, first of all, the slap different thing, it'd be fun to have like a tradition, like every time you got it, like if you're a true fan, you have to hit it against your face and then you say thank you and like very lightly hit it against your face. Like it slaps different.
Slaps a little different.
Yes, the second thing, keep talking about that.
Just it's the same reason why you don't necessarily want to like start an arcade because you make 25 cents at a time.
Yeah.
So from the business standpoint, I'm like, yeah, we can knock some sales out fast with cans, but you could charge way more for a fountain drink.
Let's go for the arcade scenario or the comparison a little bit more. If I go to an arcade, I'm much more likely to play a game. I'm trying to think of a good example, like the Connect 4 basketball game.
Best game there is.
Really, really fun. I can't play that at home. But if I go to the arcade and there's NFL Blitz, I'm like, why am I spending money on this? I know exactly how much I can buy this for at home.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the can. Like cans feel a lot more quantifiable to me. It's like, no, I know that I can get a 12 pack of those for this much money at my local grocery store. Like there's something about like this, like you can quantify it too easily. Kind of like a bowl of cereal. Like we've talked about having a cereal bar, but it's like, you got to have some kind of other allure than just the bowl of cereal because you know exactly how much a box of cereal costs.
Yes, it has to be more than just a can. Like there's a ribbon tied around the can that like holds something in it.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Now we're talking.
Like a vanilla flavored straw.
There we go. That's different.
Now we're talking.
And that slaps different.
Yes.
Thanks a lot. No, because there's something, and let's be honest, like almost all of the food service is like, yeah, I could probably make this at home for way cheaper, but it's convenient. But the cans just feel a little different. But I will say that Catherine thinks that Dr. Pepper from a can is like the best version of Dr. Pepper, like a cold can.
I just bought the same night I saw Avocado Guy. They didn't have like any Gatorade or anything because I'm not really a big soda guy. But guess what I saw? Dr. Pepper and cream soda in one can. So about a 12 pack of those.
Did you like them?
They are not as bad as you'd think they would be, but they just taste slightly worse than a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say,
slightly
like
different.
I'll drink it. I had those this summer and they were fine.
Really, yeah. Like the aftertaste is just Dr. Pepper, and the during taste is just like this is a little different.
Yeah,
but it's still good. Like I'm still gonna drink.
I really like cream soda. You do too.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like this is gonna be great. It's fine. But anyway,
So yeah, we need something a little different than just cans. I think
yeah, you can't literally
because
just.
our business name is not just cans.
It's not. It's just drinks. Do you ever go to a place like McLean's, for instance, this local coffee shop that also sells food? You can buy fountain like soda there, but it's only in a can, and it's like $1.50. And I'm like, why would I spend $1.50 on this thing?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I just can't. You can't justify it.
maybe the cans will come with a joke.
Now we're talking.
Talk.
Tusen tak.
Tusen
Now
tak.
we're tusen talking.
Maybe it's like a dang it. I had something. What was it?
You got
Like
it.
a themed. I don't know, some sort of themed joke or something.
Like
it's-
every day. Yeah, I like it. Like every day is a different kind of theme.
like a fortune cookie or something. Like you just know you're gonna get one of these with it.
I
It's
like
like
it.
this doesn't do a lot for me, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It can,
And it's inside the can. Don't swallow it.
oh, it's inside the can. So you have to
Really annoying.
And that's the thing around the ring. No, it like decodes it once you're done drinking it. You can look like it's like this tool that helps you like magnify, kind of like those old school kaleidoscopes. You know how you like turn it and have all these different things, like those toys. It's like that, but down in there, you look in there and there's the joke.
For some reason, that just reminded me. Have you seen David Dobrik's puzzle thing that he's doing? Pretty genius. He's like selling puzzles that you can do, while you're at home with your family, whatever. Do a puzzle. The puzzle is a unique QR code. So it's very hard to solve. You don't even
That
know.
sounds miserable. Okay.
Yeah, like what you're trying to solve necessarily. Or maybe you do have No, I guess you wouldn't because then you
Then
can't
you
scan
just
it.
scan that.
Yeah. So you don't even know what you're solving. You're just trying to figure it out. It takes forever. But when you do, the QR code gives you money. So everyone is a winner. You don't win that much.
Okay.
But there's like, I think the grand prize is $100,000.
So you win different amounts of money. Like some people win $5, some people win a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's a genius idea.
Yeah.
And I heard him on his podcast recently saying it's been out for like a month and no one's claimed the $100,000 prize yet. And they can't just like something with like the sweepstakes or whatever, like they can't just do a new competition. Like they can't do anything until someone claims it. So on his podcast, he's like, please solve the puzzle, guys.
Oh, wow. I wonder why you can't just keep like do another version of it or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
But
I've always wondered about that. Like, cause surely not every single person, like you remember back in the day, like Sprite used to have like, go online and enter in this
Yeah.
code. And it's like, no, like it took forever to get online back in the day. It's like, I'm not going to enter in this code to not win anything. But somebody out there got the $1 million code. How many $1 million codes do they give out? Only one? Because if they give out only one, then people aren't probably going to claim it. But if they give out too many, then they're in trouble if too many people claim it.
Life
You know what
hack
I mean?
for you guys. Life tip, not a hack. If you see like an influencer doing some sort of like, I don't know, competition, you should probably enter it. There's probably not that many other people entering it. I remember when I
Really?
first started working with Juggling Josh, he did a brand deal with Oreo. And it was like, here's my Oreo castle. You could win a bunch of, Oreos yourself and $50,000 by entering this thing with my unique code. He found out that like 9 people entered it. He's like, I would have rather taken my chances in a 1 in 9 shot and earned like way more than I got off the brand deal.
Yeah.
So,
But wait, of those 9 people, somebody won 50 grand.
yeah,
Like it was only his people that were like in it for 50 grand.
that's what he said. That was like one of the first things I remember. Like right when I started working with him, he had just got done with that Oreo deal.
I'm going to refollow him. Holy cow. That's nuts. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So,
Somebody made more money than he did.
yeah, exactly.
That's wild.
So it's a unique example, but still, like less people are entering competitions than you think.
Yeah. That's over 10% chance to win 50 grand.
It's 11.1.
That's right.
Toxical Dua.
All right. That's it. Thanks for the voice memo, Katie.
Yeah. Next up, Grace.
Hi, Jake and Brad. This is Grace from Nashville, Tennessee. I actually was at Trey and Jake's live stream
What was his name?
Here in town. So I wanted to first start by apologizing for not laughing loud enough.
Hey, it was the masks.
I left a review a couple months ago about quitting my job. And I did want to say that, yes, I did quit my job, but I actually had 2 jobs. And when Jake said, quit your job, I realized how much I hated one of my jobs. And good news, the other job that I had was part-time, and now it is full-time. So it ended up working out for the best. So my question for you both is, have you ever had a job that you hated? Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Grace, thanks for coming to the show. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And congrats on quitting your job.
Yeah. Both those things. Have you ever had a job you hated?
I think I've only had one. This was in high school. Because, yeah, for the most part, all my jobs have been great. I've been very thankful and blessed with the jobs I've had. But I was already working for the Springfield Cardinals, being a statistician. And then my dad knew a guy who was an agent for like professional baseball players. And he had like a firm, like an agency. And they were hiring, I guess maybe this was like an internship. I don't know. I was like 17. But they were hiring. So I was like, sweet. Like, I'm already working for the Cardinals. Like, now I could be in this like sports agency. Like, this could be awesome. And they just had me do data entry all day long. Oh, it sucked. I was like 17. Yeah, just like, why am I doing this? Like,
Yeah.
I'd be hanging out with my friends. I don't need money this bad. Like, why am I doing any of this? It was just like, take this prospect's information and put it in our database.
Yeah.
And
they were
it
looking
was
for
like-
algorithms or something.
I remember, one of the only things I do remember was one, just how much I didn't like it, how much I would daydream about doing other things. And then 2, I would try to, I don't know if it was the zip code or the area code, but I would try to like play games with myself to make it fun. I would try to memorize area codes from where people were. And, I'd see.
That's really hard to do.
Yeah, Buckhead, Georgia. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I know this. There was a prospect last week from there. What was his
Which is crazy
area
because there's
code?
probably like 5 area codes in Buckhead.
Yeah, maybe.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it was, yeah,
Like
that was,
what does it even start with? Like that.
I don't know if it was area codes or zip codes, but that was how I tried to make it fun for myself. Just
Huh.
memorize those.
That's good.
It was not great. Other than
Yeah.
that, though, it's been great ever since.
I don't know if I've talked about this. I had an internship, quote unquote, in high school. I said it was an internship because it was like hooked up through the school, and I thought it was going to be the best thing ever because it was $12 an hour, and $12 an hour in high school was like good money. I was like, holy cow, I'm doing this internship.
Yeah.
And it was literally like this one woman who owned her own business, and I was interested in entrepreneurship myself. And so I was like, great, I'll love to learn from this lady.
Oh, this does kind of sound
How I
familiar
talked
now.
about, yeah, she was, I could talk about her for a long time. She was really weird, but literally it was just her in her house. And it was like, she had like this little office, kind of like what you would have here. It was like this little office, and I just had a computer there, and I had no idea what I was supposed to do all day. And she was like so bad at telling me anything. And so, yeah, after doing that job, and I did it for a semester, I think, maybe a year. I had her write me a recommendation letter, and it was like the worst recommendation letter. It was like literally a letter, like rather than like, people these days, like you don't write an actual letter to somebody. You like write it to the prospective, like, employer, you're like, this person is great. She literally like wrote me a letter, just like
To you?
yes. she was an odd lady in so many ways. And like, she called my parents a few times, like, and left messages for different things. And she was really odd then. She always like, anytime she called me, let's say like we've been working together for 5 months. She would always call me and tell me her full name every single time she called me. Like she would be like, hey, this is Brad Ellis. She would say it every, like, I know who you are.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I have your caller ID anyway. So she was odd, but that was like the first job that made me realize like, okay, money obviously helps crappy jobs, but the 2 to 3 hours that I would work there went by so slow. And then I got a job being a bank teller, and I was making like, I think it was $10 an hour, which is still a lot for
You
high
worked in
school.
finance. Let's just say it.
I worked in finance. That's right.
Yeah.
And, I worked so many more hours, but it was so much more fun. And it was like the time went by so much quicker. So
That's
it
a
was
good lesson to learn.
okay. Yeah. It was like, obviously I'm still doing all right. I'm making enough, you have to make enough money to support whatever you need to do in life. But like, yeah, there's definitely, a balance of like, don't just make all this money doing painstakingly terrible work.
Yeah,
So-
definitely. And I wouldn't say that I'm an advocate for getting a bad job, but I think there's a lot of positives to like being consumed and wrapped up in something that you don't want to be at. Because that's
Yes.
when you find out what you really want to do.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when people that I talk to are maybe like lacking passion or like drive or determination in their life, they don't even know where they want to go. It's like, think back to when you had like a crappy job or you were in like a tough situation. Like what were you daydreaming about? Like where did you want to be? Because that's in college, like just sitting in class most of the time I was like, I don't want to be here. And I would just like, that's when I started like writing comedy. I would like,
Really?
I wrote like a stand-up special. That's when I like started these parody Twitter accounts. That's when I dreamed about doing
Yeah.
kind of what I'm doing now. When I'm sitting in these places, like, I do not want to be here.
Yeah.
That's when you find out who you really are and like what you want to be doing. So
Yeah. That's
make
good.
the most of it.
There you go.
Look in the
Yeah.
mirror.
That's
You don't
right.
have one, look inwardly.
There you go.
Thank you, Grace. Yeah, the Grace was her name.
Grace.
Grace.
Hi, Jake and Brad. My name is Jolene. I'm a longtime listener, first time caller. I just wanted to say that I absolutely love your podcast. I love the banter and the dynamic between you two. It's absolutely hilarious and it makes me laugh so much. So thank you guys for bringing that little bit of joy in 2020. I have a lot to say, but not a lot of time to say it. So I'll get straight to the point. Jake, I wanted to reach out for a while because you keep mentioning that you want a Middle Eastern girl. And
Here we go.
I'm in fact Middle Eastern. I was born in Syria. I'm Syrian Lebanese. I grew up in the
Oh,
States,
yeah.
so I'm pretty Americanized.
Sweet spot.
I wanted to reach out for a while, but it sounds like there's a lot of girls that hit you up in the DM. So I wasn't trying to add to that list. But this previous episode, you mentioned you wanted a nutritionist, and I am a clinical nutritionist.
Let's go.
So I thought maybe that was my sign to shoot my shot. So, Jake, I will send you a DM. You can scroll through, try to find my name. And if you want to stalk my social media, feel things out, and hit me up, the ball is in your pickle court. So I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to go ahead and end this episode now.
I gotta go. Man, is she Syria?
She's cereal.
I think she's Syria
Yeah.
about all this.
Wow.
Holy cow.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, is it?
You need to shed a layer?
Yeah. My goodness. Okay.
Ooh-wee.
Did you ask the question?
I don't think she did.
I couldn't
I think
hardly
she
hear.
she kind of proposed a question, but didn't really ask one.
Wow.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll find
What
you.
else do you need?
I don't know what to say. I'm blown away. I hope you like a guy in a sundress. That's what I'll say.
Hope you like a guy in yellow flowers. Yep.
I'm speechless.
Good luck, buddy.
This is awesome. I
Go,
found
go,
her.
Go Bagger.
Legend of Bagger Vance.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is very exciting. Let's just move on. I can't focus.
What else do you need?
I
Yeah.
just need to go on to the next one, I guess.
You're confused. You must have COVID.
Hey, Jake and Brad. This is Emma from Minnesota, and I have 2 questions. One, do I have an accent? I'm always told that people from Minnesota have a very distinct accent, and I've always wondered if I have one. And 2, I'm applying for jobs because I just turned 16 in October, and I'm wondering if you guys have any funny or good stories from when you first got a job, and if you have any tips about applying for jobs. Thank you. Love the podcast. Bye-bye.
It's a big job episode.
Yeah. I love how she asked if she had an accent like 6 words in. Hey, love the podcast. Do I have an accent? I don't know. like I haven't heard enough of you yet.
Hey, what's your name?
Brad.
Brad. Okay, I'm Jake. Am I annoying to be around?
Yeah, right.
Am I too much?
Yeah.
It's like, actually,
Well,
right now,
yeah.
I'm getting some vibes. Yeah.
I can answer that one pretty quickly, buddy. That's funny. Whenever I was in Spain, people thought I had a Southern accent. People like Americans thought I had a Southern accent. And I was like, roll tide? Excuse me? Come again? And I don't know. I don't, whatever. So no.
Emma, you sounded kind of like proper, but not like an accent. Normally a Northern
Like you have
accent.
like an 1860s accent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're Pride and Prejudice is what we call that.
Yes. Goody Proctor.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that from? Crucible.
Sure.
Yeah. I
Hester
think
Prynne.
Northern accents are typically like the short A sounds are weird. Like
Yeah.
are different.
Yeah.
I couldn't really tell there.
Yeah, Mr. Steez. He's from he lives in Minnesota now, and he kind of says it's like very, very small, but he's like, "Hey, big daddy. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else he says, like Manitoba.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, that's a big thing, obviously, with like Canadians and
Yeah.
Northerners. Wisconsin, like Making a Murderer. They had a super thick accent,
Really?
like with the O's. Oh, like let me find
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Let me find
you
it.
betcha.
Yeah, we're still looking for him. I don't know where he's at though.
Oh, don't know where he's at though. That's good.
Kinda.
No? Okay, dang it. Okay, let me try again. Oh, sure, you betcha. Yeah.
Tusen Tag.
Yeah, good. That's good.
Okay. Anyway, yes. Okay. Now we're back to the job portion of this episode, I guess. Again,
What was the question exactly?
I don't know. Let's go back. Let's hear her accent again.
Turned 16 in October. And
October.
I'm wondering if you guys have any funny or good stories from when you first got a job,
Oh,
and if you have any tips about applying for jobs. Thank you. Love the podcast. Bye-bye.
Tips for applying for jobs.
gosh, I don't envy the idea of applying for jobs. It's no fun. And I feel like there's not that much of a rhyme or reason. Sometimes I feel like you just get lucky.
My tip would be use your network.
Yes,
I've got a lot of cool jobs just by letting my friends and family know that I'm looking for a job.
That's so much better than like your application, like
Yeah.
the perfect application or whatever. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, just use your network. That's how I got the Springfield Cardinals job. That's how I got like the Flyleaf textbooks thing. The fireworks stand, job of a lifetime.
Yeah.
I got that from a friend.
Yeah.
Never gonna believe it. Tucson talk to that. And so just let people around you. Same way I get like video clients. I've
Mhm.
never run any ads. Most of the years I never even had a website. I just let people know just every like few months on Facebook, just post a video,
Yeah.
remind everyone this is something that I do.
I do this. So
Yeah.
please do it.
Oh, speaking of things we do, did Laura Gabriel also ask you about wedding DJing?
No.
Oh, really? Well, no. Here.
Loser.
No, she asked me to video her wedding, and then I guess she's saying no to that. She's like, okay, new plan. Would you and Brad want to DJ my wedding?
Oh, okay.
And I haven't responded yet because I was going to talk to you about it. She made it seem like she'd already talked to you. I guess not. But I was going to let her
I've
know.
been confused a lot, so maybe she has, and I just haven't been able to hear it.
Like, I think I'm legitimately going to text her back and be like, Brad and I have legitimately had a conversation on the podcast. I'll leave that part out, but about how we DJ oppositely. I don't know if it would be a good idea
We
for us
might
to
get in
DJ.
fights.
Yeah. You don't want to crossfade.
Yeah.
You want to play the whole song. I'd like to crossfade,
Yeah.
mix and match.
Or maybe we do like half and half. Like we make that like more of an entrance than the actual like bride and groom is like whenever I come on the stage.
All right, that's my time, guys.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed
The
that.
lights go.
Now welcome DJ Deuce is coming.
Bum, 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 bum. It's all 90s hits. It's going to be great. We're going to play the whole song, Stairway to Heaven, all the way through. I don't care what you say. Oh yeah, that's true though. I hadn't thought about. We might get in fights.
I don't know if it would work out.
It might end the Ghostrunners.
It could.
It might not be worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's like taking a bad job.
That's right. That's funny.
Any other tips? Any other stories? I'm trying to think of stories. There was a girl when I worked for the Springfield Cardinals. She was a Louis girl. So she was like one of the baseball cheerleaders. And I was like, oh, she is nice to look at from a distance. She's like a really nice girl. And, I first see her when I'm 16 years old. Then I'm 17. Then I'm 18. She's still there. Still haven't got the nerve to talk to her. Then I go off to college. She's a sophomore at SBU. I'm a freshman. I'm like,
oh, wow.
hot dog.
Yeah.
This is it. Like, I'm supposed to marry this girl. That's what this means.
Tumbo sister.
I've had a crush on this girl for 3 years, and now she's in college. Like, I'm going to marry her. And I never ended up marrying her, but I did date a girl who looked a lot like they would get confused for each other. So, not bad.
So you have the
next best thing.
Yeah, and maybe that girl had a better, personality. You're the girl you dated.
Maybe. I doubt she's seen as much baseball.
Who cares? Baseball's dying. He's a football person.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's the only story I could think of when I was 16 about a job.
Oh, yeah. I don't have anything too good. For whatever reason, when I was doing that bank teller position, me and some other people that were also like high school kids decided on Friday to do like the opposite of casual Friday where we wore ties, but we only wore them on Friday.
Oh, yeah. I think we talked about this because in college we did white collar Wednesdays.
Yeah. Tie-dye Friday. It's great.
Tie-dye.
Tie-day Friday.
That'd be fun to call it tie-dye, but then just wear ties.
Tie-dye Friday.
You tell the freshmen, hey, it's tie-dye Friday.
But make sure you still wear a collared shirt. So they have like tie-dyed collar shirts on.
Why are you guys wearing tie-dye?
You weirdos.
It's tie-day.
Do I have an accent to you? Huh? It's tie-day. Tie-day Friday, Brad, huh? Huh?
Tie-day. Let's do one more voice memo.
Hello, welcome to the Jared and Poopsie podcast. My name is Jared Poopsie. Today we had a young listener who had a story for Brad and Poopsie. Seth, what is your story?
Wait, so am I Poopsie? Or is he...
You're both
I was,
Poopsies.
opening up my present for Christmas, and I got Just Drinks merch.
He got Just Drinks merch. And Seth, what happened to your Just Drinks merch?
I was super excited about it, but embarrassingly, I dropped a hamburger on it.
He embarrassingly dropped a hamburger on his
Tremendous
Just Drinks merch.
submission.
So it was no longer Just Drinks. It was now Just Drinks and Burger.
Nice.
Seth, you had a question for the two guys. What was your question, sir?
Do you guys have any embarrassing Christmas stories?
And that's all we have time for tonight. Thank you so much. We love you. Hugs and kisses.
I would have loved for him to cut him off.
That's a great
Seth, you had
voice.
a question for him, didn't you? Yeah. How many? That's all the time we have.
We're actually running short, Seth. Thanks, Poopsie.
I like that, though. If you can pull it off, I would like more people to have their own miniature episode within the voice memo.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like, give yourself theme music. Give yourself a name for your show.
Yeah, that music was awesome.
Like, for real, if you could pull it off, I think that's fun. It's like, just brand yourself for 60 seconds. You get your own show.
Okay.
Bring it on.
I'm trying to think of Christmas stuff. Sorry. Moved on.
But yeah, Jared and Seth. I think is that his little brother's name? Seth? Seth, thanks for buying the Just Drinks merch. That's awesome. Sorry you got a burger on it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be all right.
These aren't that funny. I've thought of two things embarrassing.
Okay,
I guess.
that's more than I've thought of.
They're genuinely embarrassing though. They're like not like I'm kind of ashamed of them. So I
Yeah.
guess that makes the first one was more recent. I think it was probably 3 or 4 years ago. We do that white elephant Christmas gift exchange with Catherine's cousins. And it's like a $50 limit. And it was like one of the first years we did it. And so there was kind of like this like, okay, we're supposed to get nice things for $50 or we're supposed to get like gag gifts because $50 is a lot of money for gag, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think Catherine and I both got like nicer things and put it in the pile. And then I opened up this gift and it was a full-bodied Ralphie costume from the Christmas Story. Like he has like a bunny costume that he wears. And I just, embarrassingly, I just did not react very well. I don't think, I'm sure I was like fine, but in my head, I was just like so materialistic of like, okay, I just spent $100 on gifts here and I'm getting this crappy bunny suit.
I got you an iPod, Phyllis.
Yeah, exactly. I was
Oven mitt?
Yeah. Who said this is as good as oven mitt? I didn't. Like, but I don't think I like reacted really poorly in the moment, but in my head, I'm embarrassed about how I reacted. I was like, what? And other people were like, that's hilarious. That's so funny. Brad, try it on. I'm like, I'm not trying this crap on.
Brad got the best gift.
Yeah. And so That's embarrassing. And then another time that was embarrassing, it was around Christmas time. It was literally like days before I was getting married because I'm getting my wedding anniversary is coming up January 4th.
Oh.
And is that tomorrow?
Not really.
Oh, okay, good.
It's today of this episode.
Holy cow, you're right.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary, Catherine. But I was getting married shortly after. So it was 2013, almost 14. And I don't know, I was using my parents' car for something and it was like literally like my street that I was pulling onto. And as a stupid idiot kid of 23 years old, I like decided I was going to purposely like basically drift into my street. And I drifted a little bit too far and like went into like a little sewer spot, like in the side of the road and like kind of messed up my dad's car. And I drove it home and it was drivable and stuff. But I was like, hey dad, just FYI, like the car's kind of messed up. And he like went to take it to like go to the grocery store or something and got like 2 houses down and realized it was like way more messed up. And he like came back in and was like so mad at me. He's like, it's not kind of messed up. Like I could barely drive it. And I was feeling really bad about it. So those aren't really funny times, but they're times that I'm embarrassed about.
Fun at times.
They're not really funny times. They're more like Brad's an idiot kind of times. So
You went drifting at 23.
yes,
Just a quick drift in the driveway.
dude, I loved like drifting in my car.
Oh, yeah.
was
It
so
snowed
fun.
a ton freshman year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went out and drifted. It was awesome.
And it wasn't like whatever. Besides that stupid time I did, and the time I hit a mailbox, I guess. Whatever. Maybe I'm not very good at it.
We didn't do anything illegal. Just knocked over a mailbox with some of our friends.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, you got anything?
No.
I'm trying to remember anything else like embarrassing.
Christmas is not really like or like, I don't know. I don't have any stories about Christmas. I feel like it just like, I have really good memories about Christmas, but nothing like,
Oh, it's embarrassing.
I'm trying to think about this Christmas. We played the day after Christmas this year, we got our family together again and played some Jackbox TV games.
Oh yeah.
And
Are there any other good ones? The only ones I know of are Quiplash and Fibbage.
that's what I was going to say. So Quiplash is probably still the best.
Yeah.
But we played Drawful, which is not bad, and Fibbage, which is also not bad.
What's-
Played those two.
Drawful sounds like you draw something.
You have to draw some stuff, but it gets fun because everyone's bad at drawing.
Yeah.
You know, so you having to guess what someone else drew. Like everyone guesses what you drew.
Okay.
And then you're just like yelling at someone, that's a squirrel eating a nut. There's no
no way.
Yeah.
Where's the nut or the squirrel? You didn't even see his head. That's funny.
I think a lot of times my sister and I get a common comment of just like, especially at camp, we were at camp together, we were at college together. Once people got to know both of us, we're like, man, I bet it's so crazy when you guys are at home. We're like, it's not. But the one like alternative to that is when we get back with the Fulbrights, John, Angie, Steve-O, then I wish more people could be invited to this.
The fire gets lit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is where it's like, yeah, most families probably aren't like this.
Ride
probably.
the pony. Yeah.
Yeah, like we're all playing Fibbage, and like I mean, everyone is like cracking jokes. Like like 7 for 7, everyone has like hilarious things to say.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. We'd played several games. It's starting to get late, and we get done with one game. My dad's like, "All right, seriously, we can head out, or we could play another game." No one kind of says anything, and we're like, let's play another game. And then we get done with that one, and then it's kind of still like, are we playing another one? We play another game, and the first answer in that next game, Fibbage is all about like fun facts. Like try to guess the answer correctly. So it's like this Chinese emperor, whatever. So we're all guessing emperor names, and then Aunt Angie just says, "Guest who don't know when to leave." That's our answer. And we were all dying. Like, okay, I guess Angie's ready to go.
Yeah, we get it. All right. That's awesome.
So just always stuff like that. That's not even an embarrassing story. That's just Christmas story.
No, that's the best. Like, and it's awesome that your dad is an in-law, but he's so tight. Like, that's what I think is like the key. Is like obviously your dad's not the in-law.
Him and Angie are brother sister.
Angie,
Him and John are in-laws.
John and your dad though are really tight, and they're in-laws.
And they're not
obviously.
related.
Like that's the key. Is you got to find somebody who you're like really tight with that you're not related to, because then people are really going to look forward to hanging out.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Pressure's on, Caitlin.
Yeah, really, and you too.
Yeah. I found mine.
Yeah, you're right.
Whatever her name is, the girl who was
whatever. No. Whatever her name is.
The girl who was Syria about me.
Mm-hmm. She was.
And Lebanese.
Yep.
There's not as many puns with Lebanese though.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Lebanese.
Like what?
Lebanese.
Like
Lebanese men. Lebanese men.
like, hey, Lebanese in.
Hey, all these people are out here. Lebanese in. Lebanese people in. No, let me get it. Lebanese.
Keep trying.
Let them. Lebanese piece. Dang it.
What are you trying
I don't
to
know.
say?
I was thinking of.
You having a stroke?
Yeah, kind of. Never mind.
Oh, what about there's
Well, Lebanon. Lebanon's
that's
different
what-
than Syria.
that's where I was about to go.
Lebanon. Lebanon.
Hey,
Hey.
I'm sick of Republicans and Democrats arguing. Can we just Lebanon not binary, Lebanon partisan?
Lebanon's we got binons.
This is hard. Syria was way easier.
No, Lebanon's be bygones. That's good.
See?
Yeah.
The consonants get tricky.
Lebanon.
Pudding.
Pudding.
I'm all out.
Me too.
I'm out. Okay. Let's go on to our review of the week.
You go first, because I got two. That
Nice. I got one.
Great.
This one says, makes me look forward to working. Wow, so much
I like. Oh, really? That
so
wasn't
much
either of my two.
job-based content in this episode.
Yeah.
I'm a very new listener. I just started listening when I found out Do Less, God Bless was ending, so I had to find a podcast to listen to while I did yard work. Ghostrunners did not disappoint. I've been a fan of Jake for a really long time. I originally knew him from Josh Horton's YouTube channel, and then I heard
I
his...
won $50,000.
I love Oreos. And then I heard his voice in one of Trey's videos and eventually found Do Less, God Bless. That's crazy if he didn't actually see, I wasn't tagged. He just heard my voice. And he's like, whoa, that's Jake from the YouTube channel. I wonder if that's how it went. I eventually found Do Less, God Bless. Now that it's ended, though, Ghostrunners has filled the gap in my life that DLGB left me. Your podcast is so good that I now look forward to doing yard work just so I can listen to you guys. Thanks for making mowing, raking, and shoveling bearable. Signed, Liam.
Liam. Well, for the record, Do Less, God Bless ended, but there's still a podcast with you and Trey. Do Less Guests.
That's correct.
Check it out. Pay for it. It's worth it.
Use your Oreo money, Liam.
Yeah, that's right.
Brad,
nice.
what are your two reviews of the week?
Well, okay, the first one had,
sorry. I should acknowledge Liam. That's crazy cool. Sorry. I had that thought when I first read it earlier this week, and I'm not acknowledging it now on the podcast very well, but that's just awesome. Thanks for listening. You watched me on YouTube 3 years ago, and you heard my voice, and now you're here. That's really awesome, and I appreciate you. And that's quite the trickle down.
Trickle down, Trey.
Trickle down, juggle.
Trickle down, Horton.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, go.
No, you're good. The first one, honorable mention, was the one that had 5 flames as the 5 stars. That was good. From
Look at
Jay
that
Hall.
one now.
Yeah. I'll be honest. He's one of my good friends though, so I can't
Oh, you know this guy?
Oh yeah, he's one of my favorite.
Oh yeah.
He's the guy I said that's the most lovable person in the world, and I said that if anybody could be hired to be a party starter at a wedding, a dance party starter, it would be Jeremy Holiday. So
Cool.
He's legitimately the best dude. So Jeremy, honorable mention, but this one is so good. It says you had no right, an open letter. This is really long.
Yeah, this one's...
I'm going to try to go quickly, but also give it the gumption that it deserves. Misters Triplet and Ellis, should this note I have laboriously penned ever grace your mics, I advise your younger listeners or parents with youngins in the minivan to jump on over to K-Love or something, for the grievances I seek to reconcile are feelings with depth. Thus, my language may not, nay, cannot be censored. I am irked.
Uh-oh.
Really stinking irked.
Watch it.
Back in August, I set out to train for a half marathon after working at a certain summer camp with a K in hopes of keeping up the stature portion of that Luke 252 lifestyle, 4 square life. I plan to use an increment system in which I ran for X amount of minutes and walked for X over 2 amount of minutes.
Smart.
Just to get into it at the start. The details of my training seem flippantly unimportant, but I digress.
Yeah, I'm glad he included that.
I chose to listen to your podcast starting from episode 1 after a friend who knew you recommended the handiwork of your mouths and voices, and little did I know the effects of my blunderous decision. What started as a running regiment has digressed into a walking one. Segments such as Window Middle Aisle or Amish Jams, or even the one where Brad and Catherine go to NYC, have had me keeled over in an asthmatic fashion.
Oh.
Have you ever seen a runner keeled over while trying to run a 7-minute mile? Naruto, cool. I don't get that part.
I don't get it.
It's cool. Your air of humor and flair for the hysterics of life, whilst wrapped up in a conversational friendship of 2 Chick-fil-A lovers, has me captivated. I've caught up all the way, and I've also resorted to listening to you on long Monday road trips to my local CFA or imaginary Just Drinks, and let me tell you, you can't keel over while laughing while driving either. You can't keel over laughing while driving either. The little podcast you didn't know if anyone but Jake's mom and Gunnar listened to has blossomed into something so, for lack of a better word, cool. Keep up the great work. Come on down to B-Town, Missouri to pickle sometime and have a phenomenal new year. Thanks, guys. P.S.
Dang.
Brad's cooler than Jake. Oh,
Whoa.
whoa. Even when he has COVID. Says it on there.
It's crazy that you put that last part.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that on my screen.
Are
Really?
you on Chartable?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Huh. I wonder who that is.
I don't know.
The
It was
user-
written by like my friend Matt Gilbert, but it's not because he says come to B-Town, Missouri.
He says now a Walker, in all caps, Texas Ranger. So I
Oh.
think his name is Walker.
Yeah, Walker.
Walker.
Or he's just a walker because he's no longer a runner.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. That's for sure what it is.
Or is it a girl
Oh.
and they got married? Old name was Triplet. Your new name is Walker. Caitlin Walker. Did she get married in the last couple of days?
I'm not following.
Okay.
That. I don't think that's it.
It's not your sister. Okay.
Is that your sister out in left field? Okay. Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
Shut up, Porter. Yes, I would love it. We got a
We got a new Ghost Rider.
yes, Knack Baxter decided to throw his hat in the ring.
They're all Ghost Riders, but
He
knackbacks.
yeah, he was a meme guy, and now he's transitioning over. He's kind of like Taylor Swift. She was really good at singing. Now she tries to do acting, like in Valentine's Day. It went
Phenomenal.
really well for her.
Phenomenal
So
performance.
let's see how. Let me pull up the lyrics real quick.
This one, are you going to do the whole thing? This one's a little lengthy, guys. Just FYI. Like, sit back, relax. As I'm going to do. I'm in a new chair this week. If you're watching on YouTube, old roommate Greg has stolen my podcast studio chair for the second time without me knowing. I get into the studio. I'm like, my chair's gone again.
Define steal.
Well, the first time I heard that he took it for something he needed, it was like went over to like JJ's house or something, and then I never saw it again. So then I stole one of his chairs. So it was already in the basement, and now he's taken it back.
Oh, okay.
And so I found this bad boy, and does it lean back?
Oh, it hunts.
So I've tried to have good posture, but I think I've just been slouching uncomfortably for an hour and a half, and I'm ready to sit back and hear you sing, Brad.
Great. My mouth's kind of dry today. Maybe that's because
You want some of this?
you don't want that.
Well, you can finish it off. There's like hardly any left. Seriously.
Really?
There's just
Okay.
like ice and stuff.
Oh, good.
You need it more than I do.
People love when I chew ice on the mic.
Brad's gonna chew ice, guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
now I'm good.
how are ya? How are ya? Yeah. All right, just sing until you can't no more. Let's do this. Wow.
Wow.
Dude, shout out Knack Baxter for writing all that.
Knackster.
Shout out for you, Current Co.
Current
Going for it. 4.5 minutes.
First time I've sang in a while.
Good job. You're stocked up.
First time I've really done anything in a while. I might just like collapse in the car on the way home.
I hope not.
Hope not.
Dude, great job though.
Thank you.
That was well written. If you were new around here, that was... Where do you even start explaining? We have a thing where Brad will sing jingles written by you guys. It used to be to start it and in every episode, but we're switching it up in the new year. Because, I mean, let's be honest,
2020 was crazy.
2020's been nuts. And so, yeah, one of our listeners wrote that for Brad to sing. And that song is about a guy named Mr. James who works at Chick-fil-A.
And yeah.
And plenty of other
yeah.
inside jokes in there.
Oh, Mr. James.
Mr. James.
I can't wait to show him that.
Yeah.
He's going to love it. Paul's really going to love it.
They're both, the whole fam. Get
Yeah.
mom, get everyone.
Get the QB coach that he knows. Chiefs QB coach
That's
is the
right.
neighbor. Yeah.
Well, everyone, thanks for listening to this episode 87. Check us out on YouTube if you've never done that. See what it's like. You can see our best clips ever on Instagram at Ghostrunners Podcast.
Best clips ever.
And we've also got a Patreon. $5 a month gets you some live streams, gives you some bonus episodes.
Yep.
And then $10 a month gets you all access, Jake and Brad. I've already got one ready for next week. A weekly video of our living room. I'd say 2 for 2 so far.
Yeah.
And the third one is even better than the first 2. It's mainly just Harrison doing ridiculous things.
Yeah. $15 gets you a big old hug.
$15
Virtually, of course.
Brad will give you a hug when he's healthy.
Yep.
Gets you everything else they previously mentioned. And we will be, just a bunch of like other little perks. Like, well, every now and then you'll get mentioned on the podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to be sending some year-end gifts to our $50 patrons.
Yeah.
And whenever the time comes for me to tour, you have free tickets to come see
Hello.
Trey and I live. So
How good of a hugger do you think you are? I feel like I'm a 10. I'm very proud of my hug. Big man likes to hug. I'll
sometimes
squeeze good.
I'll leave a hug and be like, oh, I let her hug me.
Did I really even hug her?
Yeah.
No, they'll
So
know. They'll know that they've been hugged by Big Daddy. I love a good hug.
You are good at hugging.
I know how to find the right firmness where I'm not hurting them, but I'm making sure they know
Memory foam.
you're in the grip.
Is what we call that.
You're in the grip of Dad. Yeah. So
Dad's gotcha. Nothing's going to happen.
if you ever need a daddy, have I ever told you that story?
What?
Joe White.
Oh no.
Famous Kennecook man. If you're a Kennecook guy,
I'm
you know
so
Joe
excited
White.
for this.
Joe White came and spoke for like this fundraiser at Arrowhead Stadium for the Chiefs, or with the Chiefs. It was with Clark Hunt, and we were there with K-Life stuff. I guess it was the year before you, because Thomas was still there. So our good friend Thomas, also a K-Life staff leader, has a great family, like wonderful, normal family. But at the end of it, Joe White was just like comforting and like consoling Thomas, who didn't need to be consoled at all.
He was
like,
fine.
He was just normal. And like, but Joe was leaving and like wanting to have this like moment with Thomas, and he like gave him a hug, and he's like hugging him. He's like, if you ever need a daddy. And that's all he said. If you ever need a daddy. And I was watching it. I was like, Thomas,
His dad's right there.
His dad is great. He formed him into the man he is today. Like, if you ever need a daddy. So I think I'm gonna start saying that to people. Hey, like how old do I have to be? Is that an AF thing? Is that a hug AF?
And after 40?
Yeah. Like, can I do that at 30 years old? Like,
I think no matter when
if
you
ever
do
need a
it, it's
daddy.
not going to sound great. So just start going for it whenever.
But out of context, it's just perfect. If you ever need a daddy.
If you ever need a daddy.
Old B-Rat's got you. Okay?
Right
You understand me?
Right
If
here.
you ever need a daddy.
That's a great story. We could do a whole
Yeah,
separate
we
episode
could.
about Joe White stories,
We could.
but maybe we will. Maybe the next bonus episode we'll share
Yeah.
stories that
That's good.
I don't
idea.
feel comfortable saying publicly. Not like that. Not like scandalous
No,
or anything.
just
I
if
don't
you ever
want
need a
to.
daddy.
If you ever need a daddy.
You probably have way more than me. but-
Yeah, I want to go to him so bad. I'm not. It's been episode 87 of Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
Brad, thank you for making it happen.
Yeah, man.
Current
Thank you
Cove.
for wanting it to happen.
Yeah, I did not want to do that Zoom call. I will eat asparagus for 2 weeks before I Zoom call.
Yeah, 2020, sure, I'll Zoom. 2021, no way.
No, I have standards.
Yes,
I have
that's right.
standards now. For everyone who listened, I just want to say,
Tusen takk.
Tusen takk. Hey, yeah, tusen takk.
episode 87, minute
Hey.
walk in the park. I said, all you.
Tusen takk.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm going to stop there.
All right.
All right. Thanks for
Love you
listening. See you guys.
Ghostrunners podcast. Everybody